This is a word formation exercise, B2 level. What we need to do in this exercise, we need to transform these words in brackets, and we need to add suffixes or prefixes in a way that when we put them in the gaps, we fill the gaps, then the sentence makes sense. Okay, so let's go. Choosing the right career path requires careful thought and good decision making. Having access to accurate is essential before making any important choices. We know that inform is not the correct one because inform is a verb. And here we have an adjective. So if this is an adjective, then inform will have to be a noun. So what is the noun of inform? It will have to be information, accurate information. Access to accurate information is essential before making any important choices. We always check that it makes sense, what we've written in the gap. It makes sense and it fits perfectly within the sentence. Many people rely on career advisors to help them gain a better. Explain, the word will be also a noun, so it will have to be explanation of their options. Employers are not only interested in qualifications, but also in personal qualities. This is talking about employees. Okay, how the employees, the qualities of the employees. So if he's talking about employees, he's talking about a person. So it describes how a person should be. When we are doing that, we are using adjectives. Now, help has two forms, helpful and helpless. I don't think that being helpless can fit here because it's talking about how to, for example, how to choose a career, what an employer is looking for. So I don't think it's looking for a helpless person. So here will have to be helpful. And we will use this adjective, helpful. Okay, when we have and between two words, normally these two words have the same grammatical function. So if this is an adjective, I know that this will have to be another adjective. So what is the adjective of care? You have caring. Again, it wouldn't be careless, okay, because that is quite negative. So it will be helpful and caring. Those are two qualities that a person can have that are positive towards they are towards others. They can make a strong impression. In addition, a good candidate should behave profession at all times. Now, profession is a noun, and here we have a verb, and we need to use a word in here that describes the verb. Now, that function, the grammatical function, is done by the adverb. How do we form an adverb from a noun? So we use this noun, we transform them into an adjective, and we add ly to transform it into an adverb. So profession, how do we transform profession into an adjective? We use professional. And then we add the ly to make it an adverb. Remember never to remove any of the else. Both of them are important. So one of them is from the adjective and the other one is for the suffix of the adverb. Okay? Always leave them as they are. Communication skills are also key. Speaking and expressing ideas clearly can help avoid. Okay, so it says speaking fluent. Okay, we know that fluent is an adjective. Okay, speaking is describing how the verb should be. And when we said earlier on, as in here, that when we are describing how a verb the function of a verb or how a verb should be, then we use an adverb. And remember that for adverbs we add ly. So speaking fluently and expressing ideas clearly, you see, we have and. Okay, expressing ideas clearly, again, is expressing how, it's talking about how to express ideas, can help avoid confuse. Confuse is a verb. So we need to transform it into a noun. And what is the noun for confuse? Confusion. It is also important to remain even in stressful situations. Okay, now here, different from the first certificate English, we have that in this one, we don't need to change anything. Or do we? No, we don't. We don't need to change anything. In the first certificate English, all the words that they are given, okay, all the words that they give you in part 3, they need to be changed. In this one, we just leave it as it is because it says it is important to remain. How do you remain? You remain confident. How does the person have to remain? Confident is an adjective, okay, even in stressful situations. Now, some jobs can be quite while others may seem less exciting but more okay, so some jobs can be quite, it's talking about jobs, and when we are describing a noun, we know that this is a danger, okay, will become dangerous because it's an adjective that describes the jobs, while others may seem less exciting but more. Here we are is talking again about the jobs, okay, and is expressing the same as in danger, because it says some jobs can be quite dangerous, and other jobs may seem less exciting, another adjective, but more. Here it will have to be another adjective. So what is the adjective of practice? Practical. Okay, in the long term, it is important to choose something that is both and suitable for your skills. Remember what we said about these ands that we have in here? Okay, this and is joining suitable with this one in here. So we said that if this is an adjective, because suitable is an adjective, whatever is in here, because it's joined by and, it will have to be another adjective. So in this case, to attract is a verb. We need to transform it into an adjective. It will be attractive. Okay. Making the wrong choice can lead to an unfortunate situation, but learning from mistakes shows and resilience. Now, making the wrong choice, this is a negative one, right? I mean, wrong choice is something that is negative. Fortune is an affirmative word, okay? Because who doesn't want to have fortune? Okay, so we need to change this fortune into something negative. Okay, so how do we do that? If we use a prefix that is negative, so unfortunate situation, okay, which is an adjective because it is describing the situation. But learning from mistakes shows learning from mistakes shows determination. Sorry. Okay, so it shows determination and resilience. Okay, again, determination and resilience, to words that are nouns. Over time, your experience will increase your chances of success. Does increase fit in the gap as it is without changing anything? Over time, your experience will increase your chances of success. So tell me, does it fit? Yes, it does fit. So increase is the correct word. Finally, having a supportive can make a big difference in your professional development. Okay? So now I need you to tell me in the comments, what word do you think it goes here in this gap? With the word manage, which word you need to transform? And I tell you, this one needs to be transformed, okay, because manage is a verb and here is not a verb. Okay, so tell me in the comments which word do you think that should be in this gap. Okay, and I'll see you in the next video.